Taking a look at the trading week beginning April 15th, tax day in the U.S. We used to have some seasonals we talked about with the equities for April 15th, the tax day in the U.S., but we'll talk about those another time. What we're going to be looking at next week very closely is yields, gold, and geopolitics. Why those three? Well, through Thursday, we had double-digit gains in yields, with the 2-year up 23 basis points on its yield, the 5-year up 24, and all four of the major bond yields, the 2-year, 5-year, 10-year, and 30-year, hitting their highs for 2024, with the 10-year being up as high as 460 intraday. So that's a very big deal, and it had its effect on the equity markets, with the equity markets, at least through late Thursday, working on their second straight week lower for the Dow, the S&P, and the Russell. And NASDAQ was actually flirting with 3, but didn't quite get there. We're looking at not much of a change in the 2s, 10s inversion, but those yields rising should have gold falling, and it doesn't. So what does that mean? Well, gold has been rising with the anticipation that the Fed was going to cut rates, and after that hot CPI, maybe they are, maybe they're not, but gold still rallied in the face of higher yields. So that likely leads to geopolitics and some of the hot spots going on in different parts of the world. So you're going to want to keep an eye on any developments there and what gold tells us through next week. Earnings also ramp up next week. We get 81 companies with over $1 billion or more in market cap, including United Health, ASML Holdings, the semiconductor giant, Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, Netflix, Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, Charles Schwab, Schlumberger, Las Vegas Sands, and many more. So keep an eye on that. In terms of data, Sunday night Japanese machine orders, Monday EU industrial production, US retail sales, and Chinese GDP. Tuesday UK employment change, German and EU economic sentiment, Canadian inflation, and US housing figures. Wednesday, UK and EU inflation data and the Fed's Beige Book. Thursday, jobless claims on Philly Fed in the US, a little more housing data, and Japanese inflation data. And then Friday, UK retail sales.